Hey everyone, get ready for some juicy drama because we're about to dive into a subject that has everyone talking. Usha Vance and JD's marriage appears to be having problems while they're in Greenland. You must stay until the very end because I'm going to be explaining all the crazy intricacies, and I promise you won't want to miss the surprises that have everyone talking. We are discussing a tense trip, a power couple, and a few frosty moments that suggest problems in paradise. So grab a snack, take a seat, and let's get started. In late March 2025, U.S. Vice President JD Vance and his wife Usha, the second lady, depart for Greenland. It sounds like a fun experience, doesn't it? Well, it was meant to be, until it became a smoldering catastrophe that has people talking about their relationship. The internet is ablaze with rumors as of today, April 6, 2025. And it all began with this trip. JD is well known, the author of that well-known book that was made into a movie and is currently President Trump's vice president, and Usha, a lawyer who became a political spouse, has been by his side. We assumed they had a picture-perfect life with 3 children. But this excursion to Greenland, that flawless image is beginning to reveal flaws, and people are talking about it non-stop. What was the plan then? Usha was originally scheduled to travel to Greenland for a joyful, family-style visit with one of their boys. Think of it as a relaxed vacation with a dash of diplomacy. She was going to explore the culture, participate in the large dog sled, race, and learn about the history. However, JD suddenly interrupts and declares, "Hey, I'm coming too." The 3-day cultural tour is followed by a brief 1-day visit to Pituffik, a U.S. military installation. Doesn't that sound like a last-minute decision? The drama begins at that point. People began to wonder why he had interrupted her journey. Was it personal, or was it political? A great deal of tension was created by the move, and boy, did it show. Let's now discuss how they arrived in Greenland. How does it feel when they land at Pituffik on March 28th? Frosty. And I'm not merely referring about the climate there. The day's images and videos tell a tale. Prior to JD, Usha exits the aircraft first and doesn't even turn around. He is following her, waving at almost no one since, let's face it, the welcome party was small, while she is moving quickly and maintaining a safe distance. There are only 2 individuals who appear to prefer being somewhere else, with no grins or handshakes. Usha didn't wait for JD to open her car door, according to witnesses. It's minor, but it's the kind of thing that makes people laugh. Posts, like she's not happy he tagged along and trouble in paradise, flooded social media. Little things like these make you ask yourself, what's really going on here? But this trip involves more than simply body language. There is a larger problem at play. They weren't even welcome in Greenland. President Trump has been attempting to seize control of the island, and this visit felt like a power struggle, which infuriated the inhabitants and leaders. Greenland's prime minister blasted Usha's initial plan as aggressive, and Denmark, which makes decisions for Greenland, wasn't happy either. Even if they only went to the base, the harm had already been done. Businesses withdrew from meetings, protests were organized, and the situation became a diplomatic nightmare. Usha is trapped in the midst of this tempest while JD is out there discussing security and reprimanding Denmark. As you may guess, they are both under scrutiny, and political pressure is mounting. That is a surefire way to have a bad day and possibly a bad marriage moment as well. Let's take a closer look at their past. Usha and JD first crossed paths in Yale Law School, long before he was a prominent politician. She has been with him through his ascent, writing books, running for the Senate, and now serving as vice president, and is intelligent and grounded. She has been the silent power behind his boisterous career since they were married in 2014. However, this journey to Greenland is not the first time that people have expressed concern. Trump may be cooling on JD, as seen by leaked conversations regarding military plans. Usha had to enter this wild world of politics, and some people claim that she doesn't enjoy being in the spotlight. Tension is guaranteed when you add a vacation, where JD snatches her plans. Is she tired? Is he exerting too much pressure? Though it's just conjecture, it's interesting material to consider. Rewind to that day in Greenland, when Usha is just there while JD is making serious speeches about Arctic security at the base. Yes, she is posing with troops, but she isn't in the spotlight like you might think. Some claim that she appeared aloof, as if she were merely doing the rituals. And it was the same after they departed. No romantic moments, no unique vibes. There were nasty posts on X, such as divorce incoming and Usha's icing him out. That's the talk, but it's harsh. Even though the journey lasted only a few hours, it had a significant impact. It's understandable that people believe their marriage may be in jeopardy given the intense political climate and their cold relations. What's the matter then? Is this a terrible day exaggerated, or are JD and Usha actually in trouble? Marriage is difficult, particularly when you're dealing with international drama and the spotlight. Perhaps JD's involvement in the trip annoyed Usha. Imagine organizing a vacation and having your spouse transform it into a work-related activity. Or perhaps she is carrying the burden of his work-related stress. The indications are there, but we don't know the whole tale since they aren't sharing their souls online. Although avoiding each other in front of cameras doesn't seem good, a rough trip doesn't necessarily translate into a troubled marriage. Okay, let's finish this. A lot of gossip, cold shoulders, and political turmoil characterized JD and Usha Vance's journey to Greenland. Everyone is wondering about their marriage after a stressful touchdown and a trip gone wrong. Wow, what a story. I hope you stayed with me through to the very end. To ensure you don't miss the next surprise, hit the like button, tell your friends about this drama, and subscribe. Leave a remark if you believe they are simply stressed out or if there is something more serious going on. I'm eager to know your thoughts. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope to see you in the future one.